Welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of the Mindshift Show, the podcast dedicated to energizing empty nest moms to reshape their lives and mindsets for the better. I am Pamela Bloomfield, your host and transformational life coach. I help empty nest moms transition from uncertainty to a life filled with joy and vibrant purpose, guiding them to exciting new chapters. Hello, hello. I am so thrilled to have you join me today because today we're diving into something truly transformative, the attitude of an empty nester mind. Yes, if you're feeling like an empty nest has left you with an empty soul, you're not alone. But here's the twist, it's not the end, it's the beginning of a new adventure. So today, we'll explore how shifting your mindset with just 5 steps can turn this new chapter into the most exciting phase of your life. Are you ready? Okay, let's dive in. Number one, redefining freedom. So let's start by redefining what freedom means to us. As moms, we often define freedom through the lenses of our children's schedules and needs. Now, the reins are back in our hands. So, what does freedom look like to you now? Imagine this, freedom is not just the absence of responsibilities, but the presence of possibilities. It's time to create a vision board, not for what you want your kids to achieve, but for your own dreams. So, my question for you is, what have you always wanted to do? Think about it and write it down. Make it real. Let's delve deeper into this idea. Take a moment to think about the constraints you've lived with for years. School schedules, extracurricular activities, can't talk today, family commitments. Now, imagine those constraints lifted, right? What would you do with this newfound freedom? Consider starting with small steps. Maybe it's dedicating an hour each day to a passion project or setting aside weekends for activities that bring you joy. The key is to give yourself permission to dream and explore. I remember when I first faced the empty nest. My calendar was suddenly clear and it felt overwhelming. But as I have always told you, I've done this all my life. I put God first. Because listen, through Him have I been able to survive each day and remind myself that He would never forsake me. And so prayer has always been my first order of the day, my first business of the day. I've mentioned in my podcast before that I'm a writer. And so journaling is another form of expression. So I want to tell you that each little step led to a greater sense of freedom and fulfillment for me. So, my friends, what will your first step be? Think about it. Number two, embrace your inner strength. Yes, you heard that right. This is your chance to embrace your inner strength. It is your chance to be a trailblazer in your own life story. What if you approached each day with the curiosity of a child and the wisdom of a seasoned traveler. Challenge yourself to try one new thing every week. It could be as simple as taking a different route on your morning walk, or as bold as signing up for that music class or pottery class you've been eyeing. Remember, growth happens outside the comfort zone. Let's break this down further. The concept of being a strength to yourself, the concept of being like a maverick, isn't about making drastic changes overnight. Uh-uh. It's about small, consistent actions that push your boundaries. Listen, making this podcast that I do, that I batch, has brought me even more comfortable doing it, right? So it's small, consistent, because I have been consistent. Small, consistent actions that push your boundaries. Think about something you've always been curious about, but never had the time to explore. Well, guess what? Now is your chance. One listener shared with me that she started with something as simple as trying a new recipe each week. This small active adventure led her to discover a love for cooking that she never knew she had. It's these small steps that lead to bigger transformations. So, what will your next strength move be? Maybe joining a book club, learning a new language, or even starting a blog to document your journey. The possibilities are endless. Number three, what I call is finding joy in the ordinary. One of the most overlooked attitudes is finding joy in the ordinary. We often wait for grand events to celebrate life, but the magic lies in the little moments. It's like having a cup of tea and just savoring it. Well, if you drink coffee, having a cup of coffee, right? Watch a sunset without checking your phone. Have you ever tried that? Create a gratitude journal where you just jot down three things, just three, that you're thankful for each day. These small practices can shift your entire perspective and bring an extraordinary sense of joy and contentment. Let's dive further. Finding joy in the ordinary is about mindfulness. That means being present in the moment. It's about appreciating the small things that often go unnoticed. For instance, take a walk in nature and really observe your surroundings. Notice the colors, the sounds, the smells, right? This simple act can bring immense peace and happiness. Another practice is to celebrate small victories. Did you complete a project? Celebrate it. Did you make it through a tough day? Celebrate that too. These little celebrations can build up your sense of accomplishment and joy. Another listener who started a daily ritual of watching the sunrise with her morning coffee said that this simple routine brought her immense joy and a sense of calm to start her day. So, for you, what small routines can you incorporate in your life to find joy? Number four, build your tribe. Because as you navigate this new chapter, it's crucial to surround yourself with a tribe that supports and uplifts you. These are people who remind you of your worth, encourage your dreams, and laugh with you through your trials and your triumphs. Seek out communities, both online and offline, where you can share your journey, attend local workshops, and join book clubs, or even start a group of like minded moms who meet regularly to share experiences and ideas. Let's expand on this. Building your tribe is about finding your people, those who understand your journey and support you unconditionally. No judgment. It can be daunting to put yourself out there, but it's worth it. Start with activities that you enjoy and then look for groups or organizations that share those interests. For example, I joined a local chamber of commerce this past summer, and through that, I met some incredible women who have become my supporters. We support each other, share our stories, and have fun together. We have luncheon meetings. It's this sense of community that makes the journey so much richer. If you're not sure where to start, there are online communities, there are numerous forums, social media groups, and virtual meetups where you can connect with others. The key is to take that first step and reach out. So, what can you do today to start building your tribe? Think about it. Number five, visionary goal setting. Let's talk about visionary goal setting. This isn't about rigid resolutions, but about creating a roadmap for your dreams. Now that you have 2025 setting in, set goals that excite and challenge you, but break them down into manageable steps. And here's a kicker: celebrate each milestone. Visualize where you want to be a year from now, not just in terms of achievements, but in how you want to feel, like more connected, more adventurous, more at peace. Yes, use these feelings as a compass to guide your actions. And if we go a step further, visionary goal setting is about dreaming big, but also being practical. So start by identifying your long term goals, then break them down into smaller, achievable, actionable steps. For instance, if your goal is to write a book, as you know, I have written two, right? But I had to set a goal first. And so if this is your goal, start with setting aside each day to write. Even if it's just about 10 minutes, right? Celebrate each step you take. Each small victory is a building block towards your bigger dreams. And remember, it's not just about the end goal, but the journey as well. So enjoy the process, learn from it, and grow. Another of my listeners shared how she set a goal to run a marathon. Now you know. That's huge. But here's how she did it. She started with walking, then running short distances, and then gradually building up her stamina. Each small step brought her closer to her goal. And along the way, she discovered a love for running she never knew she had. What are your visionary goals, my friends? What steps can you take today to move closer to them? Oh, my light went out. As we wrap up today's episode, I'm just going to stand here for a minute so my light can come back on. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that the attitude of an empty nester mind is all about redefining freedom, embracing your inner strength, finding joy in the ordinary, building your tribe, and setting visionary goals. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. But remember the secret: you will not have to take the journey alone because I am here. This new chapter is an opportunity for growth and fulfillment. Embrace it with open arms and an open mind. Open arms, open mind. My friends, thank you so much for tuning in to the Mindshift Show today. I invite you to connect with me on Facebook and LinkedIn and check out my website, www.coachingyourgrowth.com. Book a sales call with me if you need the one to one personalized support so you can learn how to seize your moment before it's gone by making today the beginning of something extraordinary. Until then, my friends, keep your mind open and your heart full.